Welcome back to our channel. Hope you have relaxing moments listening to stories. We invite you to embrace the moment by liking the video, sharing your reflections in the comments, and subscribing to remain connected with our latest narratives.
That evening lingers in my memory as if it were just yesterday. The week had stretched on, each day melding into the next, a continuous flow of meetings, emails, and looming deadlines that seemed to wrap around me like a heavy fog. By Friday, I felt a deep weariness, one that enveloped me not only in body but also in spirit and mind. When my boss, James, proposed we share a drink after work, I sensed it would be a delightful escape from the day's routine. That night unfolded in ways I had never anticipated, transforming everything in its wake. For years, I collaborated with James, yet we never truly spent time together beyond the confines of the office. He exuded an air of sophistication, his tailored suit impeccably arranged, his hair styled with meticulous care. At 45, I found myself a few years his senior, yet I had always admired him for his serene assurance and keen intellect. He had an inviting presence, yet he kept his personal world close to his heart. That was the first sensation that seemed amiss that evening. Our paths crossed at a cozy, intimate bar close to the office, a haven where whispers could dance freely without the clamor of the outside world intruding. The room was softly illuminated, the atmosphere rich with the warm aroma of aged whiskey and the embrace of leather. A few other souls graced the tables, but the atmosphere remained intimate, perfect for savoring a leisurely drink. I chose a glass of rich red wine, while James opted for his familiar whiskey, served neat. As we gently clinked our glasses, an undeniable tension lingered in the air between us. It wasn't unsettling, but it was a new experience. There was something captivating about James in that moment, a softness to his demeanor that felt refreshingly relaxed and inviting. It felt as if we were two souls intertwined, discovering the depths of our connection, as if the universe had conspired to bring us together at this moment. Our conversation began with gentle exchanges. Nothing too profound. The daily grind, the gentle caress of the breeze, the familiar exchanges that weave our lives together. But then, after a few drinks, I caught a glimpse of something deep within his eyes. A moment of uncertainty lingered, as if he were weighing the choice to share his thoughts. A subtle transformation enveloped the atmosphere, as the dialogue transitioned from lightheartedness to a deeper, more intimate connection. It had transcended the boundaries of mere work. A presence was approaching, an elusive feeling that stirred something deep within me. James took a sip of his whiskey, his expression turning contemplative as he met my gaze. "Do you ever ponder, Vanessa," he said, the warmth of my name lingering in the air, "if we are truly following the path we were meant to take?" My gaze lingered on him, a flutter of surprise stirring within me. James typically shied away from deep reflections. In truth, I struggled to recall a moment when he had ever revealed such vulnerability. His question hung in the atmosphere, rich with unexpressed significance. The soft murmur of the bar drifted away as I sought to understand the weight of his question. "Could you clarify what you mean?" I inched closer, a spark of intrigue lighting my expression. James sighed, his gaze lingering on mine, as if he were seeking something elusive, a connection that felt just out of reach. "I'm not sure," he murmured, his voice barely above a whisper, as if lost in thought. I found myself reflecting deeply on how we often become entangled in the daily hustle. The allure of promotions, the dance of numbers, the relentless drive to surpass oneself. Yet, when the day draws to a close, do we truly find ourselves feeling complete? His words resonated within me more deeply than I had anticipated. I understood his meaning completely. For months, perhaps even years, I found myself enveloped in those same feelings. It wasn't that I lacked affection for my work. I truly did. Yet, there lingered a sense of absence. The fervor I once felt for my work had dimmed, leaving me to ponder the reasons behind this shift. Perhaps it was the unrelenting weight of expectation, or the sensation of being ensnared in a cycle, moving through life's rhythms without a genuine sense of direction. Just as I was ready to speak, James lifted his hand, bringing a hush over the moment. Yet, that's not even the most astonishing aspect. He continued, his voice softening, as if he were sharing a secret meant only for her ears. What if I revealed that the sole reason I found myself in this position, in this entire journey, isn't due to being the most qualified? What if I shared that my journey was guided by the support of another? Who could it be? Transformed my entire world? His words lingered in the air, sending a delightful shiver through me. His eyes deepened with intensity, revealing the burden of the secret he was on the verge of revealing, as if it were a heavy shroud enveloping him. His words carried an unspoken weight, suggesting a profound narrative that lay hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. I drew nearer, my heart quickening with each passing moment. Who? I inquired gently, a hint of trepidation in my voice as I awaited the response. James lingered, his fingers gently brushing against the glass, a soft rhythm of anticipation echoing in the air. It's someone you know, he murmured, his voice soft and intimate. A person who has been a part of your journey for many years. Thoughts swirled within me, each fragment yearning to connect and reveal the deeper truth. Who might it be? Is it a colleague? Another leader? Someone to guide you? Throughout the years, I have collaborated with countless individuals, yet none have ever resonated with me quite like this. Their influence on James's success feels deeply personal, leaving a lasting impression that is hard to ignore. The silence lingered, each moment unfolding with a weight that felt timeless. I found myself captivated, hanging on his every moment, as he remained still, his gaze locked onto mine, a blend of trepidation and eager expectation shimmering between us. At last, he found his voice once more, a subtle tremor lacing his words. It was you, Vanessa. Your presence is what draws me in. My breath faltered, a moment suspended in time. His words lingered in the air, wrapping around me like a warm embrace, leaving me in a state of disbelief. I leaned back in my chair, allowing his words to wash over me, each one stirring something deep within. What is it? What are you trying to say, James? My voice trembled softly, despite my efforts to maintain a calm facade. Could he have been teasing? Could this be a cruel joke of some sort? Yet the gaze he held revealed a depth that suggested he was entirely serious. James's eyes held mine, and in that moment, I caught a glimpse of his true self, laid bare and unguarded. It was a departure from the polished facade he typically presented, the one that created a barrier between him and the world. This was a James who stood bare, unguarded, as if he were sharing a cherished truth he'd held close for so long. He savored another slow sip of his whiskey, the glass quivering gently in his grasp. Then he placed it aside and leaned in closer. Vanessa, when I first arrived, I was merely a soul seeking a chance to shine. In all honesty, I found myself lost in the moment, unsure of my own actions. I found myself navigating the turbulent waters of corporate politics, striving to stay afloat amidst the challenges that surrounded me. Though I remained in a state of disbelief, an undeniable curiosity began to stir within me. What connection does this hold for me? I don't understand, I murmured, a hint of desperation in my voice. James breathed out slowly, as if summoning the courage to share what was on his mind. You have always been the one who saw the potential in me. The memory of our first project together lingers in my mind. While others turned away, you were the one who truly saw me and offered your attention. You saw me for who I truly am. Your presence was a light in my darkest moments. That moment will always linger in my heart, Vanessa. Your support ignited a spark within me, urging me to persevere even in my moments of doubt. And you've repeated this over and over, often without even being aware of it. My heart fluttered with a sudden rush of emotion. I had never envisioned myself as someone capable of leaving such a profound mark. Of course, I had offered support to my colleagues throughout the journey, yet I never envisioned that my gestures could hold such significance for someone like James. A person who exuded a calm confidence, effortlessly maintaining their poise. James, yes. I started to speak, but he raised a hand to pause me. I can sense your surprise, Vanessa. Indeed, I felt the same way when it dawned on me. Yet, it holds a certain truth. In moments of surrender, when uncertainty crept in, your presence was my anchor. You were the anchor in my journey, the one who nurtured my belief that I had value to bring to this company. His voice trembled softly, and he swiftly composed himself. My gratitude for you runs deeper than words can express. I found myself at a loss for words. The words seemed to fall short, and warmth crept into my cheeks. James, there's no need for that. I began to speak, but once more, he interrupted me. Not at this moment, Vanessa. This is something you must listen to. His voice held a certain warmth, as if he had embraced a newfound clarity. Your unwavering presence in my life has meant so much to me, and I realize now that I haven't expressed my gratitude as I should have. I have long concealed this aspect of myself, as I feared that others might perceive me as vulnerable. Yet, I can no longer maintain this facade. I found myself enveloped in a profound stillness. I found myself lost in the depths of his words, unsure of their meaning or the reason he chose this moment to share them with me. The bars seemed to close in around me, the atmosphere dense, as if I were enveloped in a warm, heavy embrace of feelings that left me searching for a way through. Yet, there was an intensity in his gaze, a yearning that stirred something deep within me, compelling me to pay attention. James reclined in his chair, his fingers gently gliding through his hair. The reality is, Vanessa, I am not the person you believe me to be. All my efforts to forge my path and leave an impression were not driven by superior intelligence or greater ability. Your presence was the reason. Your belief in me ignited a spark within, empowering me to embrace the journey ahead. A wave of tension curled within me, stirring emotions deep in my core. James, this feels overwhelming. You owe me nothing, I whispered, my voice quivering even as I tried to hold on to my composure. Yet James gently declined. I do, and I wish for you to grasp something important. I realize I may not have expressed just how significant you are to me, not only in our work together but also as an individual. Your presence has been a profound influence in my life, and I've always sensed a bond with you that transcends mere professional ties. The words lingered in the atmosphere, rich with significance and depth. For the first time, I perceived James in a new way, not merely as my boss, but as a man who had been quietly shouldering his own struggles. In him, I discovered a tenderness that had previously escaped my attention. In that instant, an unexpected wave of feeling washed over me. Could this be something deeper than mere appreciation? Was there a connection between us that lingered in silence? I inhaled deeply, seeking to find my balance. James, I was unaware. I never imagined you perceived me in that manner, I murmured, my tone gentle yet unmistakable. He glanced at his glass for a moment before lifting his gaze to meet mine, his eyes filled with a blend of hesitation and desire. I understand. I had always maintained a certain distance, ensuring that everything remained within the bounds of professionalism. Yet, as I express this thought, a sense of curiosity begins to stir within me. I feel like we've built a strong professional connection, and I value our conversations. What if there was a deeper connection between us? A flutter of excitement coursed through me. His words enveloped me in surprise, leaving me momentarily lost for a reply. The notion of intertwining personal emotions with professional endeavors has always seemed like a delicate dance. And yet there was something in the way James gazed at me that stirred a deep uncertainty within, challenging all my previous notions of him. For an extended moment, silence enveloped us, thick with unspoken feelings. The sounds of the bar melted away, leaving us enveloped in the charged atmosphere, each heartbeat echoing the unspoken connection between us. I felt a sense of unease, realizing the weight of the conversation and what it might mean for our working relationship. Something deep within me was awakening, whispering that this moment marked a significant shift. At last, I murmured softly, "I'm not sure, James. This is quite overwhelming. Yet I appreciate your openness." I truly meant it. A warmth filled my heart. Yet, it was not solely the revelation of our work dynamic that left me in awe. His words had gently unveiled a part of me I wasn't prepared to face. A part of me had always held him in high regard, yet now I found myself questioning where that admiration faded and something deeper emerged. James offered a subtle smile, one that hinted at a sense of relief. "I feel you, Vanessa. I was not anticipating that you would possess all the answers immediately. Yet, it was essential for you to understand. You have been the unwavering presence in my life, and regardless of what unfolds, my gratitude for you will remain eternal." The essence of James's words hung in the atmosphere, resonating deeply even after he had ceased to speak. I lingered in the moment, allowing everything to wash over me. My heart raced, yet a serene calm enveloped me, as if the tempest of feelings within had at last settled into a gentle rhythm. The bar enveloped us in a warm hum, the gentle clinking of glasses and soft murmurs weaving a familiar tapestry of sound, yet within me, a profound transformation stirred, leaving me acutely aware of the delicate shift in my reality. James remained silent for a moment, and I found myself lost in the stillness as well. The stillness enveloping us felt profound, almost overwhelming, yet it carried a unique sense of solace. It felt natural. It felt like we were poised on the brink of a beautiful discovery, a realm yet to be explored, and there was a shared understanding that we should savor the moment before taking the next step. At last, James shattered the stillness, his voice gentle yet unwavering. "Vanessa, I was taken by surprise at how that unfolded. I found myself at a crossroads, unable to maintain the facade any longer, despite my desire for simplicity. I felt it was important to share my truth with you." I nodded slowly, a whirlwind of emotions swirling within me. He had shared his truth with me, and while I appreciated his honesty, it was overwhelming to take it all in at once. The James the First had known for years, the confident, ambitious man who always appeared to have everything in place, was now revealing a tender, unguarded side of himself. In that moment, he revealed a side of himself I had never encountered before, stirring a deep curiosity within me. Have I truly been unaware all this time? Had I overlooked the subtle hints that hinted at deeper emotions lying just beneath the surface? I truly value your honesty, James, I murmured softly, my voice just a gentle breath. I truly do. Yet, this feels like an overwhelming experience, don't you think? I understand, he responded, his gaze locked onto mine. I knew it wouldn't come without its challenges. I found myself uncertain of your response. I've kept this inside for far too long, and it's time you understood. I appreciate everything you've done for me, both professionally and personally, and I wanted to express my gratitude. The warmth in his voice stirred something deep within me, leaving a lingering ache in my heart. I had always held James in high regard, even feeling a deep admiration for his relentless drive and ambition. In this moment, I found myself perceiving him as I never had before. There was a quiet sincerity, a gentle struggle within him, a reflection of the emotional journey we all navigate. You're right, I replied, my voice now more composed. This feels overwhelming. There's something truly beautiful about your honesty, James. I never anticipated our conversation would unfold like this, yet I find myself grateful that it has. James smiled, a subtle glimmer of ease illuminating his features. It brings me comfort to know that there are no hard feelings between us. I wanted to express my feelings to you, ensuring you understood them before the moment slipped away. I inhaled deeply, seeking to calm the whirlwind of emotions within me. I found myself captivated by this new dynamic between us, a part of me drawn in, eager to explore the possibilities of where this connection might take us. Can I rely on my emotions? Was this merely a fleeting encounter, or did something deeper linger between us? James, I'm uncertain about what lies ahead, I said, selecting my words with intention. Yet, I believe it's essential for us to savor each moment. Take your time to explore and understand everything at your own pace. He nodded, his eyes filled with warmth. I wholeheartedly concur. I hold no expectations for you, Vanessa. I simply wish to share the truth with you. The choice of how to embrace it lies entirely in your hands. His words wrapped around me like a warm embrace. They offered me the gentle freedom to reflect on everything, allowing me to explore my thoughts without the weight of urgency. It wasn't that I lacked a deep connection with you. It was impossible to ignore. Yet, I found myself in need of time to unravel the meaning behind it all, ensuring that whatever journey we embarked upon would not endanger everything I had poured my heart and soul into. I'm grateful you shared that with me, James, I said, my voice soft yet firm. And I find myself needing a moment to reflect on everything that has unfolded. Yet, I want you to feel the depth of my respect for you. I have always felt this way. The depth in his gaze was profoundly captivating. Your respect means a lot to me as well, Vanessa. Beyond what you can imagine. For a moment, we simply lingered in silence, the gravity of our unspoken thoughts enveloping us. The tension that had lingered throughout the night remained, yet it transformed into an unspoken understanding, a gentle recognition that we had ventured beyond a threshold together. In that stillness, there was an unhurried understanding, a gentle acknowledgement that this moment had shifted the dynamics between us. We both sensed the need for time to explore the depths of what it truly signified. James inhaled slowly, and in that moment, a sense of calm washed over him for the first time all evening. Thank you for listening, he said, his voice now carrying a gentle warmth, as if a weight had been softly released from his shoulders. I wasn't sure what to anticipate, but I'm truly grateful you kept the door open for me. I would never do that to you, James," I murmured gently. "Your leadership has always been appreciated, and I cherish the connection we share, in whatever form it may take." He smiled, and a tender warmth radiated from him, a feeling that had been absent before, at least not in such a profound manner. "It brings me joy to hear that, Vanessa. I truly am." We lingered in a soothing silence for a while longer, the unspoken connection between us gradually easing. The atmosphere enveloped us, blurring the edges of reality, and for a fleeting instant, it was as if we existed in a realm meant solely for us. It was an unusual, dreamlike sensation, as if we were poised on the brink of something fresh and unknown, yet undeniably thrilling in its own right. As the night deepened, we savored our drinks in a gentle, shared silence. The conversation turned to more playful subjects, yet an unvoiced connection lingered between us, a blend of warmth and unease that stirred within. Uncertain of the path ahead, I found myself enveloped in a newfound clarity that stirred something deep within me. No matter what unfolded, I sensed that everything had shifted, and nothing would return to its former state. Perhaps, in some way, that was a blessing in disguise. The weeks that unfolded after that night with James were a delicate blend of understanding and uncertainty. The tension that lingered between us had transformed, yet it still held a subtle presence. Every interaction at work now carried a delicate tension, a soft resonance in the air that we both sensed yet often left unspoken. James had shown such respect, allowing me the space I craved, yet an undeniable shift lingered in the air between us. Despite my efforts to push it aside, an undeniable sensation lingered, whispering that we were on the edge of a fresh beginning, an unexpected journey for both of us. But then, one morning, as I strolled into the office, I unexpectedly encountered James in the hallway. He stood there, exuding an air of tranquility, yet within his gaze, I caught a glimpse of an elusive spark, a hint of something deeper that stirred my curiosity. "Vanessa," he murmured, his tone rich with warmth yet laced with gravity. "May we share a moment of conversation?" My heart fluttered unexpectedly. It was inevitable, a moment that could no longer be sidestepped. The moment I had been anticipating had finally come. I nodded, quietly trailing behind him to his office, my thoughts swirling with anticipation. What words were about to escape his lips? What was the significance of it all? Once we were inside, James closed the door softly, and for a fleeting moment, an intimate silence enveloped us. He settled into his chair, inviting me with a subtle motion to join him on the other side of the desk. The atmosphere surrounding us was charged with unexpressed emotions, yet I found myself unafraid this time. A gentle tranquility enveloped me now, a soft assurance that had taken root ever since that evening at the bar. "Vanessa," James began, his voice calm yet tinged with a hint of openness. "I've been reflecting deeply on our moments together, on all that I shared with you, and I simply wish to ensure that we share a mutual understanding. I understand this is a delicate matter, but I truly wish to preserve the connection we share, be it as colleagues or something deeper." Our eyes locked, and I inhaled deeply. His words carried a genuine warmth, yet I could feel the subtle tremor of doubt lingering just beneath the surface. His uncertainty about the future mirrored my own, and in that shared vulnerability, I found a sense of solace. It wasn't solely my journey through this uncharted realm. "I've been reflecting deeply as well, James," I said, my voice gentle yet resolute, "and I've come to understand something significant. Your words were more than a mere confession." This moment marked a significant change for us, yet it invites us to embrace patience rather than hate.
Thank you for listening, have fun and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to update the latest stories.